challenges, in our opinion, seem to have overwhelmed our security institutions.
The governors are supposed to be the state security officers of their state.
There is need for us to at least engage the traditional rulers.
We need to do something about our porous borders.
We have to own it from the unit level to the ward level to the local government to state.
Mr. President, the importance of today for us is for us to take action.
Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Government is business, and business is governance.
Public-private partnership bills kills second reading. Seeks private sector involvement in infrastructural development.
Is it not better for FERMA to be speaking for itself and its budget?
And Senate makes case for financial autonomy for the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, FERMA. Hello there and welcome to this episode of Inside the Senate. I am Hussaina Amina Aboki, your anchor. Several bills touching on the lives of Nigerians killed second reading last week and were referred to various committees for more legislative action. One of such is a bill for an act to introduce measures against the trade in counterfeit goods, while another is the Public-Private Partnership PPP Regulatory Commission Bill. Details of these bills and more coming your way in the course of the program. We also have reports on courtesy visits to the Senate President. We conclude the program with reports on committee activities as it affects budget defense amongst other deliberations. Stay tuned for details after this short break. Please don't go away.
The Senate to send a message to the President
to reap opportunities from that
to raise a matter of urgent public importance. And we are aware that when this particular motion comes up
for a longer term development, arise to second the motion.
Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Welcome back. One of the bills that killed second reading last week Wednesday, the 24th of November 2021, sought to outlaw trading in counterfeit goods. Sponsored by Senator Ibipole Amosun, the bill, which was titled A Bill for an Act to Introduce Measures Against the Trade in Counterfeit Goods 2021, amongst other things, is targeted at protecting owners of trademarks and copyrights from unlawful application to goods or their respective intellectual property rights. The sponsor gave more clarification on the bill.
It clearly and directly provides for the prohibition of manufacturing, production, possession and distribution of counterfeit goods. It simplifies the process of laying complaints by persons interested in protecting goods that are counterfeited and provides an enhanced enforcement capacity.
One contribution was taken on the bill.
This bill is a bill that is very apt and appropriate today. When we realize the amount of debts or sorrow that has occurred due to the counterfeit goods, whether it's medicine, whether it's brake pads, whether all kinds that have occurred in this country, I think it will be quite alarming for all of us to see the need and the importance of this bill.
As a result, it scaled second reading and was referred to the Committee on Trade and Investment to report back in 4 weeks. For details of other proceedings during plenary of last week, let's take these reports as filed and presented from our studio.
Another bill that the Senate considered a second reading last week is the Public-Private Partnership PPP Regulatory Commission Bill 2021. It was sponsored by Senator Muhammad Adam Aliru. He spoke on its objectives.
The PPP Regulatory Commission Bill will further amplify the government's effort to provide social infrastructure such as roads, medical facilities, and pipe-borne water, etc., etc. Furthermore, the risk-sharing mechanism of PPP framework makes it an effective tool for managing projects and their associated risks, as it allows the transfer of risk to the party best equipped to manage such risks.
The bill was debated.
Government is business, and business is governance. And this is just the way to go.
if we have to change the face of our economy to affect positively on the life of the ordinary citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Government has not been successful in any business outing. Today you may ask of where is Nigerian Railway? It's dead. Where is NEPA? NEPA is still not alive. Where is telecommunication? And all those agencies that government ran on their own as full-time business, none of them have succeeded. It then means that government cannot handle businesses unless there's a private spirit embedded in it.
Today, United States is putting a proposal, a bill, a budget for infrastructure. You go and have a look at it, you will see that virtually everything is being facilitated for the private sector to come in, so that the multiplier effect of what they are trying to do is that the economy will be boosted and every American will benefit out of it. What stops us from doing the same thing in Nigeria?
The bill scaled second reading and referred to the Committee on Works to report back in 4 weeks. Next to be debated as second reading was a bill titled Border Studies Kosubosu Baruten Kwara State Establishment Bill, and sponsored by Senator Sadiq Suleiman Umar.
Though the agencies saddled with the job of policing and monitoring our borders are trying their possible best, there is the need to have a proper institute, a well-organized and thoroughly comprehensive institution that is saddled with teaching personnel and stakeholders involved in the process of manning our borders.
Anything that will deepen our knowledge, our understanding, our border communities and our border areas will add value and will assist in protecting not just the people in those border areas, but all of us in the country. That is one plus for me for this bill.
After second reading, the bill was referred to the Committee on Tertiary Education to report back in 4 weeks. Earlier Tuesday, the 23rd of November 2021, Senator Rochas Okorocha came under personal explanation to report that of recent, no day passes without the killing and kidnapping of innocent citizens, security agents and royal fathers.
Few weeks ago, it was the killing of traditional rulers. The other day, it was killing of a policeman, and few days ago, it was killing of an army man. Again, killing of innocent souls and burning of people's houses and homes.
Even when matters under personal explanation are not open to debate, the Senate President commented.
This Senate and indeed the entire National Assembly has been very consistent in trying to find some kind of solution, more permanent solution to ending the security situation in the country. And of course, we'll continue to do so, and agree that we need to diversify our means of getting the solution to the numerous myriads of security challenges across the country.
Another bill presented for second reading last Tuesday, the 23rd of November 2021, sought amendment to the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Bill to, amongst other things, streamline the membership of the Council's governing board and confer on the Council oversight responsibilities for financial reporting and corporate governance regulations in Nigeria. The bill was titled Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2021 and sponsored by Senator Yusuf Abubakar Yusuf, who spoke further on the recommended amendments.
The recommended amendment seeks to introduce flexibility, proportionality in financial provisions to circumvent the present rigid provisions in the Act. The present amendment seeks to make the definition of public interest entities more comprehensive so as to bring in all relevant entities into the Financial Reporting Council regulatory net and further align with global trends.
Contributions were in support of the amendment.
If we are able to put this amendment through, it will help us in our everyday even business. It will ensure transparency, it will guarantee transparency, it will reduce corruption, and we will get value for money.
There are a lot of accounting shenanigans in this country. There are a lot of problems with the companies that are presenting their financial statements. But unfortunately, they are not regulated because no information is coming out from the reporting council. And then number two, they don't have the power to punish most of these companies. So I think this is very important, and by the time they do it, if we are able to make this effective, then I'm definitely sure things are going to work fine.
And so, the bill then scaled second reading and referred to the Senate Committee on Trade and Investment to report back in 4 weeks.
Those were highlights from Senate plenary last week when it starts on Tuesday 23rd and Wednesday 24th November 2021. Let's now take a short break for the notebook segment. Don't go away.
A motion is a proposal or request brought before the Senate for discussion or debate in support or against it. The motion is always titled and presented by a senator or a group of senators who are referred to as sponsors or movers of the motion. The motion is always accompanied by prayers required to be adopted by the Senate as resolutions. After adoption, the resolutions are referred to the authority to which the motion is directed for necessary actions or implementation.
The only way out of the pandemic is for the population to observe the recommended measures advised by the NCDC. The Senate Committees on Health and Primary Health Care and Communicable Diseases will continue to engage with the Federal Ministry of Health and the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19.
The program is Inside the Senate. Wednesday, the 24th of November 2021, saw the Senate President hosting the Turkish ambassador to Nigeria on a courtesy call to his office.
In a welcome address, Senator Ahmed Lawan advocated broader ties between Nigeria and Turkey in the areas of security, education and economy, among other areas. This, he said, can be achieved through collaboration between the parliaments of the two countries.
The Senate particularly is also willing to share experience with them, and we are prepared to exchange visits. Definitely the relationship has grown, but we want it to be faster, and I believe that when we have more economic engagements.
Earlier in his remark, the Turkish ambassador, Mr. Hidayat Bayraktar, expressed the hope of increasing the frequency of collaboration between the parliament of the two countries.
Last visit of from the House of Representatives, Chairman of the House of Representatives, Speaker of the House of Representatives, was in 2009. And despite that, there hasn't been any visits between the two countries or between the two parliaments.
Highlight of the visit was the presentation of a souvenir to the Senate President by the Turkish ambassador. Same day, in a similar development, the Senate President again appealed to the government of South Korea to better the relationship between Nigeria and South Korea, particularly in the area of agriculture. He made the appeal when he hosted the South Korean ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Alpa Hane.
The growing trade relationship, I must say, is commendable, but we need to improve on it so that we benefit from your technological advancement in our agriculture sector. Particularly, we need to introduce a lot of technology so that we increase and enhance our agricultural performance.
Earlier in his address, Mr. Hane commended Nigeria for maintaining its democracy since 1999, making it to be the greatest in the African continent.
I have high respect for Nigerian democracy, after the transition to democracy in 1999, Nigeria became the biggest democracy in Africa, together with the biggest economy, the most populous country. I'm happy to be here as part of this giant country.
Still on courtesy visits, the leadership of the Nigerian Legion was at the Senate President's office as part of the 2022 Armed Forces Remembrance Day, to be marked on the 15th of January 2022. While speaking during the visit, Senator Ahmed Lawan says Nigeria will continue to appreciate and cater for the families of its servicemen who have paid the supreme price in various operations in and outside its shores.
Something that could happen to anyone, whether you are in the armed forces or not. But of course, if you are in the armed forces, it is expected that the chances are that you can be open, or you can be one of those that will sometimes fall into this category of people suffering from these casualties.
He then announced a personal donation of 500,000 naira, while another donation of 5 billion naira was announced on behalf of the entire Senate. In his submission, the national chairman of the Nigerian Legion, retired Major General Abdul Malik Jibrin, stated that Nigerian servicemen have proven themselves gallantly in various theaters of war across the globe from 1914 till date and need to be remembered and honored. He then gave a historical overview of the Legion and its objectives.
The Nigerian Legion was established since 1964 to see to the welfare of the dependent families of the deceased, those who either died during operation or even normal peacetime, to cater for them, especially those who made supreme sacrifice.
High point of the visit was the decoration of the Senate President as well as other members of the Senate leadership with the emblem of the Remembrance Day.
That's it on courtesy calls to the Senate President last week. After the break, we will bring you a report from the committee rooms where the Committee on Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, FERMA, hosted the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing as the ministry supervising the agency. This was on Tuesday, the 23rd of November 2021. Stay tuned for that report as well as others from the 2021 Budget Defense Exercise.
Topmost on the meeting's agenda was financial autonomy for FERMA as a result of the placement of its budget under the ministry. The matter was raised by the committee chairman, Senator Gershom Bassi.
Can we bring FERMA, the budget for FERMA, outside of the Ministry of Works envelope, so that FERMA deals directly with finance? And is that not a better way for us to go with this thing, so that we avoid all these issues and even avoid having to bring you here and all that? Is it not better for FERMA to be speaking for itself and its budget?
The minister responded,
FERMA is already independent. That's the truth. The elephant in the room is where we can find more money for it. So, and I think that this is a matter that we should speak more to finance about.
As currently constituted, FERMA's budget as a parastatal of the ministry is subsumed in the ministry's envelope. Accordingly, the ministry allocated 80 billion naira to it in 2021, which the committee view as too paltry in view of its mandate of maintaining the nation's 36,000 kilometers roads network. A question on the criteria for the allocation came from the chairman.
Since the FERMA budget is subsumed in your budget, how do you go about allocating funds to FERMA?
The minister referred to the content of the invitation letter sent to him to answer the question.
They asked me in the letter to come and address how FERMA's budget was prepared. And so the question about how much more funding can go to FERMA will be a matter of revenues and all of that.
Even then, comments came from some members of the committee on the minister's response and other salient issues.
In most cases, invitation letter is extended, but the whole thing, nobody will go outside the office to ask questions. All these things is within your office.
We just want to know the criteria so that, of course, maybe if we are taken to the floor and then address it generally, even if there's need, maybe to amend the act of the agency, we can move that one to that.
Our fear is that continuously, like this year, the only budget we have for FERMA is 3 billion naira. What do we do to solve these omnibus problems? That's the worry of this committee. And that's why we are asking questions about envelope size and probably alternative funding procedure for FERMA.
Then came the issue of ensuring adequate allocation to FERMA, to which the minister responded.
The Ministry of Finance, Budget and Planning are the ones who make broad provisions about what is available to spend. It is what they give us that we can spend. With their collaboration and debt management office on the main ministry side, as you might be aware, we have either in some instances have to borrow, take multilateral loans, or adopt policies like the tax credit schemes and so on and so forth.
The rest of the meeting was held behind closed doors. For the Committee on Women Affairs, it hosted the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs with the Permanent Secretary leading the team on behalf of the Minister. Welcoming them, the committee chairman, Senator Betty Apiafi, explained the committee's expectation.
Budgeting is an annual event that helps to shape and direct the economy of both anticipatory and participatory platforms to achieve a dedicated and defined goal of our great country. It is a ritual that defines our collective stability, socially, economically, and culturally. During this defense meeting, we are expected to furnish the committee with the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs 2021 budget performance for both income and expenditure, as well as justification for the 2022 budget proposal of recurrent and capital expenditure, with convincing reasons which will aid the National Assembly to fast-track and give speedy approval of the budget estimates.
The budget stands at 72.
Responding, the Permanent Secretary disclosed the 2021 budget performance as follows. Overhead cost, 425.9 million naira, with a release of 318.750 million naira. Capital expenditure, 5.883 billion naira, with a release of 4.863 billion naira. He added that the ministry is on course in its efforts to achieving its objectives of empowering women nationwide.
We are still very much on course in ensuring delivery of all our appropriated projects this year. And let me also add that the ministry is not actually a project ministry, it's a program ministry. So we do more of sensitization, more of advocacy, very little palliative works, and we empower women. We are still doing that.
After deliberations on the presentation, the Permanent Secretary was advised to be conscious of the federal character principle in the distribution of empowerment items to Nigerian women.
Generally, there are factors.
Our profile segment is next. Stay tuned for our Senator of the Week.
Senator Isa Shuaibullah represents Taraba North Senatorial District under the People's Democratic Party (PDP). He attended LEA Primary School Law in Taraba State from 1969 to 1975 for his first school leaving certificate. For secondary education, Senator Isa Shuaibullah attended Murtala Muhammad College, Yola from 1975 to 1980 for his West African School Certificate, WASC. He was at the School of Basic Studies Zaria in 1980, from where he proceeded to the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, where he earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Engineering in 1984. He joined politics and contested to the Senate in the 2015 general election but was denied victory. He contested this in court and won, and was eventually given his mandate. He contested again in the 2019 general elections and won. In the Senate, he is chairman, Senate Committee on Public Procurement, and a member of several other committees. His legislative interests include education, agriculture, and security.
This brings us to the end of this week's edition of Inside the Senate. Join us next week for another edition, and don't forget to communicate your questions and opinions via any of our feedback channels. See you next time, and thanks for watching.